Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, whenever you're checking in. I know that you guys have schedules now that we've gotten from our grade levels. So hopefully you're doing some work and getting some stuff done. I'm going to read the last few chapters here. Probably won't ask too many questions again because I know you've got other things to do. So hopefully if you're following along, we're going to do the last 3 or 4 chapters today. Once we have the approval from Jenny's dance teacher to hold our bake sale at their recital, the Sea Musketeers go to work. Each person in the group is responsible for bringing at least one item for the bake sale. Jenny's already decided on Vietnamese donuts, and Stanley's bringing limeade. Stanley says you can't find good limeade outside of Texas, and his limeade is going to blow everyone's minds. Even Linda signs on to help. She's inspired by our tote bags and agrees to make a few, but out of yarn. While Mom and I plan on making more tote bags, Mom has the idea to include a free instructional guide at the bake sale on how to make an easy tote bag. That way, if people don't want to buy a bag, they can still learn to make their own. I even asked Dad for money when he finally calls to thank me for his present from Mexico. We haven't heard from Dad in a while, have we? After I tell him about the tasty chapulines, or chapulines, I tell him about my crusade. I ask Dad to stop using plastic straws and bags. He responds, I'll try. I'm a little skeptical, but he could surprise me. When I go to the next Sea Musketeers meeting, I discover that Mariel lives not that far from me. She only lives a little bit closer to downtown Chicago than I do. Since our meeting is on Saturday, Mom drops me off. I can hear salsa music from the front door of Mariel's house, and I knock cautiously. My first knock is too soft, so Mom has to knock again. An old woman answers the door. She's wearing a giant shawl around her shoulders. ¿Quién es? I'm Stella, the old woman doesn't respond. Me llamo Stella, I repeat, this time in Spanish, and she looks confused. My mom steps in. Buenos días, señora. ¿Estamos buscando a Mariel? Sí, I say, agreeing that we are looking for Mariel. Ah, sí, la amiga de Mariel, mucho gusto. The old woman says this in a way that's easy for me to follow. I'm sort of shocked, though, by what she says. She leans away from the door. Mi amorcita? ¿Es tu amiguita? This woman just called me Mariel's friend twice. She must be mistaken or not know Mariel too well because we're clearly not friends yet. Un momento, abuelita, I hear Mariel saying. She'll only be a moment to her grandmother. This makes sense. The old woman reminds me of a friendlier version of my own abuela. Por favor, entra, Mariel's grandmother says, welcoming us inside. Mom turns to me. Do you want me to wait with you? No, I'm okay, I understand her, I reply. Mom kisses me on top of the head and leaves. Mariel's grandmother tells me in Spanish to sit on the couch and that Mariel will be there soon. While I wait, I study Mariel's house. It's brightly colored with oranges and pinks. It almost looks tropical with all the wicker and plants. I even see a parrot the color of mango in a cage. Ooh, cool. Mariel enters the living room. Good, you're on time. I'm always on time, I think. Instead, I reply, is that your abuela? Yeah, she moved in with us this year from Puerto Rico. She's getting older, and with the hurricanes, my parents decided she should move in with us. Wow, I reply. Mariel nods. It's nice to have her with us. We just moved to Chicago. She's like having a piece of home here. Isn't that sweet? I didn't know you were new here, I replied. My dad got a new job. But I don't really like it here. I miss all my friends in Florida. I had a bunch of friends who I could speak Spanish with. I also miss the ocean. Mariel slumps forward a little bit. Suddenly, I understand her a little bit better. She wasn't upset with me that first day because I didn't speak Spanish. She was just disappointed that I wasn't exactly like one of her friends back in Miami. Maybe I should worry less about whether I fit in with other Latinos or not. Well, I don't speak Spanish perfectly, but I'll be your friend. Maybe you can help me get better at speaking Espanol, too. Mariel's eyes sparkle a little. I'd like that, she replies. Isn't that sweet? My Mexico trip is the first time I ever swam in the ocean, and I already miss it. I understand why you miss it so much. Yeah, I could see all those tropical fishes, especially when we went to Key West. Amazing, I reply. Before the rest of the kids show up, Mariel shows me some of the pictures she's taken of the fishes underwater. I spy a blue tang and a banded butterfish. There is even a picture of a spiny lobster. Spiny lobsters are different from regular lobsters because they don't have claws. Instead, they have 2 huge armor-plated antennae. Her shark pictures probably scare me the most, but it does remind me of a conversation starter I wrote down. Did you know that sharks and dolphins are lighter on the bottom and darker on the top so they can camouflage themselves in the water? I didn't know that. Tell me more, says Mariel. Secretly, I squeal. That was one of the conversation starters I had planned to use at school, but this seems like the best time to really start a conversation. Well, when you're on top of the water looking down, things look dark. But when you're swimming underwater, things look lighter because you're looking up at the sun. Wow, I never realized that. You're right. I smile. It feels nice to have finally started a real conversation with Mariel. When the rest of the Sea Musketeers show up, we spend the afternoon making a giant banner and a list of everything we'll need. We'll need pens, I'll bring those, says Kristen. And I can bring plastic plates and cups, says Jenny. No. No. Logan shakes his head. That just creates more plastic waste. Ooh, that's right. Jenny looks embarrassed, and I quickly say, oh, no, it's okay. Could you bring some paper napkins instead? She nods her head. Let's try to keep all the treats handheld and display them on reusable trays, says Kristen. That way we're not being wasteful. Stanley pouts a little. I guess I'll bring more M&M cookies instead of limeade, he says. Maybe you could bring limeade for us, I say. We'll use the reusable cups. Logan replies, good idea, and I'll wash them too. It'll keep team spirits high, says Mariel, smiling. Then Kristen shows us the blog with our pledge again, and we all approve. As everyone works on banners and posters, I come to a new realization. I am almost glad that saving the oceans is something I can't do alone. That's true. While I wish I could fix the oceans with the snap of my fingers, working with others and making new friends is pretty fun. Oh my goodness, I'm having a hard time turning the page. Oh, look at this silly guy. Looks like a dog in a fish costume. At last, it's the big day. As we prepare, Linda comes over with Biscuit. He is dressed in a Chihuahua-sized shark costume to show the team spirit. Linda proudly holds the 5 knitted bags she made for our bake sale. It's all I've worked on all week, she says. I might start an online store. Who knows? Maybe I'll make enough money to pay for a Caribbean cruise. I study all the different bags with their beautiful woven patterns. I love the aquamarine one. I'll make you one later, says Linda, for free. I give her a big hug and look up at her. Are you going to come to the bake sale? Biscuit and I wouldn't miss it for the world, she says. Mom and Linda then compare their tote bags. Mom and I made 5 as well, but instead of yarn, ours are made out of zebra prints, polka dots, and canvas fabrics. Jenny soon comes over with her Vietnamese donuts. It's a quick stop because she needs to get ready for the recital. To my surprise, Vietnamese donuts don't look like regular donuts. They are more like balls of fried dough with sesame seeds on top. What they do share in common with regular donuts is they smell amazing. But as much as I want to try one out, I don't touch them. Nick pops his head out of the room. Hey, what's the big commotion? We're getting ready for the bake sale, I reply. Biscuit barks in agreement. Oh, sweet, he says as he moves in closer to investigate. As, of course, Nick wants to eat them all. I show him all of our combined efforts, including the brownies I made with Mom. We made it with Mexican chocolate for an extra twist, which means they are a little spicy. Ooh, not bad, sis, Nick says as he chews on a brownie. They're pretty tasty. I smile with my whole face. Are you coming to the bake sale? Maybe. I have to work tonight, but we'll see. He looks a little sneaky, like he might go, but I don't want to get my hopes up. With the car jam-packed with goodies, we head to the dance studio. Stanley, Mario, Logan, and Kristen meet us there early so we can set up our station. We're greeted at the dance recital by Ms. Charlton, Jenny's dance teacher, who takes us to our selling spot. It's a prime location. We have 3 large folding tables near the main doors. Ms. Charlton says, I'm happy to have you guys here. I hope you sell a ton and raise a bunch of money. After we're done setting up, our Sea Musketeer display looks amazing. On one table, we have our different treats. On a separate table, we arrange the tote bags. And on a third table, we have the pledges and 3-dimensional poster boards with all our ocean facts. Mariel brought her dad's laptop so people can look at the information on our blog and the fundraising page for the Marine Mammal Center. Then, strung above the tables, we have a large aquamarine banner that reads, Save the Oceans, in white lettering. Our spot looks practically perfect. Of course, we also have a great helper, Biscuit. He helps us simply by being adorable. People see him at the table and just naturally want to come over. How cute, he's so adorable, they all say. As people trickle in to the recital, we attack them with our pledge sign-up sheets. Most people are happy to sign. Those who didn't say they would visit the blog later. The sale is going splendidly, and we almost run out of space on the pledge sheets before the performance starts. Oh, look, there's Jenny, warming up. We stop selling during the recital. The dancers range in age, and so do the styles. But one thing is for certain. Jenny is definitely one of the best. Seeing her move beautifully on the stage makes me realize just how much she loves it. That's good. I feel lucky to have a very talented best friend. After the last dance, Ms. Charlton makes a few concluding remarks on the stage. She begins by thanking all the dancers and parents, but then she mentions our group. Isn't that nice? Last but not least, let's give a round of applause to the Sea Musketeers. The audience gives us a standing ovation. I turn roja. But this time, it's a good thing. It's pride. Suddenly I hear, look at my little sister. I turn around and see Nick. He's wearing his pizza shop uniform and talking to Linda while putting down boxes of pizza. Biscuit is smitten with the scent of marinara sauce on his shirt. Nick, I run over and hug him with both arms. I thought you weren't going to come, I say, looking up at him. Oh, I had to stop by. I needed to check it out as the official club mentor. I even brought some pizza. I convinced the pizzeria to donate some for you to sell, and got the delivery driver to drop me off. Wow, that's pretty sweet. That's amazing, I exclaim. The pizza will raise so much money. I am filled with joy. Well, I know things are changing with my brother, and I know he is there when I really need him. At the end of the night, we count our earnings. We've raised almost $100. We've also nearly sold out of our refreshments. There is just a little left for us all to nibble on. We need it too because we've been working hard all night. I'm so proud of you guys, says Linda, snacking on a Vietnamese donut. Here, let me take a group picture. Mom motions to us with her phone to take a photo. We gather in front of the display. I stand on the side, but everyone insists I stand in the middle with Biscuit. You're the club leader, says Stanley. I stare at him. Am I? Well, not officially, says Marielle, but without you, we wouldn't have done this. At least not together. I pause. I've never considered myself a leader. I'm shy and quiet, but maybe leaders can be both. Quick vote. Who elects Stella leader of the group? Everyone raises their hand. You're the leader. Congrats, Logan says, smiling. As Mom takes the picture, Kristen whispers, we should really make t-shirts. My mouth drops open in surprise. I hadn't thought of t-shirts. Okay, now smile, says Mom. Flash. Mom takes the picture of me looking surprised and happy. This couldn't have gone any better. Look at that. Save the oceans, and there's Biscuit in her arms with her new group of friends. The next day, Mom donates all the money we earn from the bake sale to our fundraising page. I suddenly feel a little disappointed. It's not that much money, Mom. I wish it were millions. But Stella, look, some people have donated to the page already. I look at the total after she's posted our donation. It's nearly $300. I guess our posters at the dance recital worked. Dad even donated $20. Plus, look at all the signatures received on your pledge. That's more than 100 people. I eye all the names for our sign-up sheets. It's a lot. That's true, I reply. Changing this many people's behaviors is a big deal. Look at me. I mean, I carry around a tote bag everywhere, and it's all because of you. I hug Mom. She's right. Because of me, she's one less person collecting plastic bags every day. The more people the Sea Musketeers reach, the less plastic bags, straws, and bottles we will save from ending up in the ocean. That will make a grande difference. The last day of summer I spent getting ready for school. I make sure to get a cool, reusable drink container and new polka dot shirts for school. The group gathers one more time, the weekend before school starts. This time we meet back at my house. Remember the game plan, I remind them. First day of school, you've got to tell your class about the pledge. Well, that would be easy for Jenny, Stella, and me, says Stanley. The three of us really lucked out this year being in the same classroom. Ooh, that is lucky. Imagine if we can get everyone at our schools to sign the pledge. We'll be able to make a massive difference, says Logan. We nod in agreement. Marielle asks, but what is the next event we're going to do? The Sea Musketeers can't stop now. For a brief second, I feel a little anxious. I don't know what we'll do next. With some of us going to different schools, I'm afraid everyone will get too busy. That is tricky. I thought I'd never say it, but I don't want summer to end. I just feel like it's only started, especially now that I have new friends and a group all my own. Let's do another beach cleanup, says Logan. Oh, and another bake sale, Kristen exclaimed. Or a dance marathon, says Jenny. Everyone starts shouting ideas, each a little wackier than the next. I sit back and relax by the commotion of everyone in the room. I don't think I have anything to worry about. And look, here is Stella and her family having one last dinner at the restaurant before the book's over. On the first day of school, Mom takes us to dinner for breakfast. Takes us to a diner for breakfast. We have to go extra early in the morning because high school starts earlier than elementary school. It's one of those classic diners with old signs on the wall. Are you excited about high school? I asked Nick. He shrugs. Kinda. Strange to be starting a new school again. I feel like I have to be more grown up now, plan for college and stuff. He looks wistfully at me. I sort of wish I could go back to elementary school with you. Me too. I lean on Nick. Well, you two can live with me forever. Nick rolls his eyes. And we can cancel the driving lessons, Mom says. No, I'm okay, he replies with a smirk. What about you, Stella? ¿Cómo te sientes? It takes me a second. I feel so many things. Happy, excited, but then I settle on one word. I'm optimistic. I really, really am. Well, that's good, because I think there's going to be another Stella Diaz book before long. Hopefully we'll see you guys soon. Do your best following the schedule. See some of you at a Zoom meeting, I'm sure, pretty soon. Go outside and play. Get some fresh air. Be good to your parents. Good luck, everybody.